A couple days ago, I shared a video in my community tab called The Mighty Influence of the Praying Mom. And that video was so powerful that I want to talk to you today about the power of prayer for us homemakers. Throughout the Bible, you have stories and instances of people praying. You have Daniel praying 3 times a day to the Lord. You have Hannah continually praying for a child. You have Jesus going off in the mornings and at night praying. And then you have John 16:23, and it says, "If you ask the Father for anything in my name, he will give it to you." 1 John 5:14-15 says, "This is the confidence which we have before him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us in whatever we ask, we know that we have the request which we have asked from him." I want to share this story with you. I have wanted to share this forever, but it just hasn't applied to whatever it is that I'm sharing in my videos, but it absolutely applies here. So a few years ago, I had this journal my mother-in-law gave to me back in 2011. And I used it to write down scripture. I used it for all kind of stuff. Well, one month I used it for journaling or to keep track of my prayers. And I would just write down every day a prayer that I was, whatever that day had that I was like, oh, praying for this. Or I would write praise reports on it, things that were answered that I had been praying for. I counted it up. 1 month, I had 63 prayers answered, and they were answered favorably. That's 63 times that I prayed and God said yes. That's 63 times that I lifted up my voice to the Lord and he answered me. Y'all, there's something so powerful about that, and I had to bring that to you because I don't know what you're facing today. I don't know what your life looks like. I don't know what you're going through, but the Lord does. The Lord does. He knows your heart. He knows what you're going through. Ephesians 5:18 says, "With all prayer and petition, pray at all times in the Spirit." In Philippians 4 verse 6, it says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. With thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God." In 1 Thessalonians 5:17, it says, "Pray without ceasing." In the video that I was talking about in the beginning, the woman was talking about how powerful prayer was for her. And she said when she was a little girl, there was a tornado coming. She lived in Texas, and there was a tornado coming toward their house. And her mom shoved her and her sisters up under the kitchen table, and her mom started praying out to the Lord. She said she just remembers her mom screaming at the top of her lungs. She said she was crying out to the Lord, and then she said that all the noise stopped, and she didn't hear the tornado anymore, and they walked outside, and they looked around, and there was devastation everywhere. Their barn had been destroyed, all the houses around them had been destroyed, but their little house was still standing, and they were just fine. She said that was the turning point for her. She said that was when she knew that prayer was such a powerful thing, and she made it a big deal in her house from the time that she got married all through her years. Prayer was huge for them, and the story was it was so beautiful and so touching, and so I just had to talk about this with you today because there is something so powerful about being able to bring our prayers to the Lord and know that He hears us and that He will answer. And there's been so many instances in my life where I'm facing something so big, and in my head it's big anyways. I'm facing something so huge, and I'm crying out to the Lord, and I'm begging Him for deliverance. I'm begging Him for whatever it is, and it all works out. It all works out. And so I wanted to bring this to you today. I wanted to talk to you about this because, again, I don't know what you're facing. I don't know what you're going through, but whatever it is in your homemaking that you are fighting against, that you are going through, be sure that you are taking it to the Lord. And Also, be sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that you can say, hey, I'm going through this. I need a prayer. Hey, can you pray for me? Hey, can you pray about this with me? I have so many group chats set up for me and my friends that we can just message each other and say, hey, I'm going through this. Will you pray for me? Hey, this is happening. Will you pray about this with me? And y'all, there's something so beautiful in that. So I had to share this with y'all. I hope it encourages you. I hope that it inspires you. I hope that it helps you. And if you ever need a prayer, message me, email me, write it in a comment here, however you have to do it. I'm always here for you. If you need a prayer, if you need somebody else to join you in praying, I'm always here. I just wanted to share that with y'all. If you haven't already and you're new here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. And y'all, thank you so much for coming back to my videos time and time again. I hope that I'm able to encourage you and inspire you and motivate you. And Lord willing, y'all, I will see you on the next one.